Hello, hello. Who we got in here? We got Moonrain. Hello, sweetheart. Hi, Brad. I hope you're doing good, honey. Hope you're staying warm. Hello, cool gamer. Always a pleasure to see you. I know you don't chat much, but knowing that you're here is very nice. So thank you for being here. So I'm doing a poetry live. Something I've always wanted to do. We've done, the lyrics to poetry and stuff like that. But I thought we just focus on poetry, and I'm really hoping that some of you will come up and join me and share some poetry with me. I have several books that I pulled out from my collection. I do collect poetry books. The older, the better, in my opinion. Um, but yeah, I pulled out one, two, three, four, five, six books, and then I wanted to show you the oldest book that I own. That's poetry book. Yeah. So, Brad, you're saying you're trying to stay warm. I'm trying to do the same thing. I don't smoke in my house, so I'm hot, cold, like all day long. I'm actually wearing socks today, which is something I normally don't do. I like being barefooted as much as possible, but it's cold. This weather I call FU weather because that's exactly what it is when you have to go outside and the winds are as strong as they are, and it kind of makes it hard for you to walk. That's FU weather to me. But anyhow, I really hope you guys enjoy this. I would like to continue doing this from time to time. I know poetry is not everybody's cup of tea, but I know that there are people out there who appreciate the written word, literature, whether it be stories, or poetry, autobiographies, things of that sort. So I really do hope you enjoy this. This is something that um, is a part of me, and has been a part of me since I was a little girl. Hello, Army Vet. So good to see you, sweetheart. Oh, are you? Send some my way. I like the watermelon and I like the apple and wild berries. Those are my favorite. Oh, thank you, Moonrain. I'm having a bad hair day in my opinion. But I thought I would cam up so you guys could see me for a little bit at least. I don't think I'm going to turn my camera off once I start reading because anybody who knows me, you know, knows that I'm not the best reader. I have a hard time pronouncing some words. So if you stick around, please be kind and understanding. That's just the way God made me. It's not the lack of trying. But oh, thank you, Brad. I appreciate that. You ever get that people that have hair? You ever get that frizziness, that static in the wintertime? I've had to wet my hair several times today. The static is just unreal. I think I did. It might have been from doing laundry too. That doesn't help either. But it's really good to see you guys. And there's not a whole lot here right now. But it's always great to see you. I miss you guys when I'm not, doing lives. I've been on the mend, trying to get better. Today I feel pretty good. I mean, despite the weather, I'm actually doing pretty good. I know, Brad, right? It's like it's annoying. You know it's wintertime when you have to deal with that, right? All right. Well, I'm going to start off, and I hope anybody who wants to will join. I would love to hear from you. You know, you know, you don't have to cam up. Um, and it's just like talking on the phone. Really, it is. Even if it's from your laptop, it's just like talking on the phone. So I'm going to turn my camera off. If my music is too loud in the background, just let me know and I can turn it down. Okay. Just let me know. All right. See, what is the first poem I want to read? Okay. This is called Love Me Little, Love Me Long. And I believe this is by an unknown poet. Love me little, love me long, is the burden of my song. Love that is too hot and strong burneth soon to waste. I am with little well content, and little from these sent is enough with true intent to be a steadfast friend. Love me little, love me long, is the burden of my song. Say thou lovest me while thou live, I to I to thee my love will give, never dreaming to deceive, while that life endures, nay, and after death soothe. I to thee will keep my truth, as now when in May of youth. This my love assures, love me little, love me long, is the burden of my song. Constant love is moderate ever, and it will through life preserve her. Give it or give to me that with true endeavor I will it restore a suit of endurance, let it be for all weathers that for me, for the land or for the sea, lasting evermore. Love me little, love me long, is the burden of my song. Okay, that's the first one. So what did you guys think of that one? Did you like it? I wish I knew who the author was. That's one of my favorites. I could show you how old this book is here. Let me show you. This book I've had since 16. It has no back. See, you know, you could tell. You could tell that it's been well used. I think this book was. It's called. Let me tell you the name of it. Thank you guys. It's called The Best Love Poems of American People. And let's see. This was copyrighted back in 1936. Okay. Camera off. Okay. The next one. Now, anybody, don't worry about interrupting. Come up when or if you want to. All right. Next one is called Light. And this is by Francis Burdillon. The night has 1,000 eyes. the day but one. Yet the light of the bright world dies with the dying sun. The mind has 1,000 eyes, and the heart but one. Yet the light of the world dies when its love is done. That's a very short one, but has always been like one of my favorites. It says so much, you know, if you really think about it. And I'm a deep thinker. I think too much, actually. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Give me a break. Okay. I hope I'm not going too fast for you. Is there anything you would like to say about that? Yes, it does, Moonray. It is, like, if you think about it, it's so true. And the way they portrayed, like, like your thoughts in your heart, in the world, in your love, it's amazing. Now, this is a poem that I've only read maybe once or twice in my life, because I've pretty much read this whole book. But I thought it was kind of appropriate because it's called Beautiful Snow, which snow can be very beautiful, but it's just good to look at and not have to deal with, right? I don't know. My opinion. I can't stand winter, even though I live where I live. So, this poem, let me see. This poem is written by James W. Watts. It's sort of a lengthy one. So, here we go. It's called Beautiful Snow. Oh, the snow, the beautiful snow, filling the sky and the earth below. Over the housetops, over the street, over the heads of the people you meet, dancing, flirting, skimming along. Beautiful snow. It can do nothing wrong. Bull crap. I'm just saying, sorry. Flying to kiss a fair lady's cheek, clinging to the lips of a frolicsome freak. Beautiful snow. From the heavens above, pure as angel and fickled? Yeah, fickled as love. Oh, the snow, the beautiful snow. How the flakes gather and laugh as they go, whirling about in the maiden fun. It plays its glee with everyone, chasing, laughing, hurrying by. Yeah, exactly, Moonrain. It's beautiful from a distance. It lights up the face. It sparkles the eyes. And even the dogs, with a bark and a bound, snap at the crystal that eddy around. The town is alive, and its heart in glow welcomes the coming of beautiful snow. How the wild crowd will sway along, hailing each other with humor and song. How the gay sleds like meteor flash by, bright for a moment, then lost to the eye. Ringing, swinging, dashing they go over the crests of the beautiful snow. Snow so pure when it falls from the sky, to be trampled in the mud by the crowds rushing by. to be trampled and tracked by the thousands of feet, till it blends with the horrible filth in the street. Once I was pure as snow, but I fell like the snowflakes from heaven to hell, fell to be scoffed, to be spit on and beat, pleading, cursing, dreading to die, selling my soul to whoever would buy, dealing in shame for morsels of bread, hating the living and fearing the dead. Merciful God, I have fallen so low, and yet I was once like this beautiful snow. Once I was fair as the beautiful snow, with an eye like its crystals, a heart like its glow. Once I was loved for my innocent grace, flattered and sought for the charm of my face. Father, mother, sisters all, God and myself I've lost by my fall. The very wrench that goes shivering by will take my wide sweep, lest I wander too nigh. For all that is on or about me, I know there is nothing that's pure but the beautiful snow. How strange it should be that this beautiful snow can fall on sinners with nowhere to go. How strange it would be when the night comes again, if the snow and ice struck my desperate brain, fainting, freezing, dying alone, too wicked for prayer, too weak for moan, to be heard in the crash of this crazy town. Gone mad in its joy, the snow is coming down. To lie, to die in my terrible woe, with a bed and a shroud of its beautiful snow. The end. That kind of took a twist, didn't it? But what I will say about this is we all fall. But as soon as we ask for forgiveness, we are as pure as snow. So think about that. Hello, Priscilla. Good to see you, sweetheart. We're doing poetry night. If you have any poems that you would like to share, I would greatly appreciate it. I would appreciate anybody coming up. Oh, wow. So much here in this poem. It says so much. Some happiness, yet so much heartache. It's a great poem. We may fall, but we do rise. Amen. Amen. And that's the poems I picked for that book. We'll take a little break, talk with you for a little bit. I'll show you this book that I was talking about. This book right here. It was once leatherback. And you can see it. This book is the oldest poetry book I own. And plus I love Longfellow. I don't know if you guys know him. Great poet. But this book was copyrighted back in 1906. So it's the oldest book I got. I love collecting poetry books. Okay. I'm not reading anything out of there though. It's very delicate. It's over 100 years old, so. All right. Let's see. I am going to read a little Edgar Allan Poe, and if anybody knows me, knows that I love Edgar Allan Poe. So I hope you guys are doing okay. All four of you that's here. Um, and there might be lives going on. Who knows? You never schedule it just right, you know. So, but I am very grateful for all four of you for being here. It means a lot to me that you're here. All right, let's see. Edgar Allan Poe. I would read the Raven, but there are, I have a hard time reading unless out loud, I should say. It's weird. I have a hard time reading out loud, but if I'm reading to myself, I don't have a problem. I might have a problem not understanding what that word meant and have to look it up, but Okay. So the Edgar Allan Poe. Okay, I'm okay. Just messing with this laptop. Oh, okay, Brad. Well, hopefully, your signal will be on your side, and you can come up. Okay, so the Edgar Allan Poe poem that I picked out is called "Alone," and it's one of my favorites. Thank you, Priscilla. I love encouragement. I need that today. Had some nasty people still talking about me, and those kind of people, all you could do is pray for them. So the little encouragement is very nice. Thank you. Okay, so this is called "Alone." From childhood's hour, I have not been as others were. I have not seen as others saw. I could not bring my passions from coming from a common spring. From the same source I have not taken my sorrow. I could not awaken my heart to joy at the same tone. All I've loved alone. Then, in my childhood, in the dawn of a most stormy life, was drawn from every depth of good and ill, the mystery which binds me still. From the Tarrant. Oh, I'm sorry. From the Tarrant or at the fountain, from the red cliff of a mountain, from the sun that round me rolled in its autumn tint of gold, from the lightning in the sky as it passed flying by, from the thunder and the storm, and the cloud that took the form, when the rest of heaven was blue, of a demon in my view. The end. Oh, we have somebody. Awesome.
Well,
Hello.
I'm George. We had
Hello.
Hello,
How are you, Brad?
I'm okay.
kids.
I thought you might enjoy this poem that I used to like, but I hadn't seen in a long time.
Oh, definitely. Please share with us.
It's a Russian poem.
Of course.
It's by Ivan Krylov. It's called The Dragonfly and the Ant.
Okay.
Let me get down. All right. And the summer's gaily singing of the future isn't thinking, but the winter's nearby, field was green, it's now reddish, happy days already vanished, and it happens no more. That a leaf gives roof and store, all is gone in cold winters. Want and hunger wait afore, dragonfly sings no more. Who would like to sing yet more if the hungry belly hinders? She is crawling in dismay to the ants not far away. Dear crony, don't leave me. I'll be strong, you may believe me. But to manage winter storms, give me food, a bit of warmth. Oh, my dear, it's very queer. Did you work in summer here? So, and his answer forms. But in summer I was busy in the pleasant grass we'd had. Many plays and songs I had. Very often I was dizzy. Ah, you mean I made a hit. All the summer I was singing. You were singing. Well done, dealing. Now dance a little bit.
I love that. That is a good one. That is a really good one. I like that.
In Russian, it goes a bit more and it's a little darker, but it's still a good poem.
Yeah, I like it that way. I don't know. That was a good one.
Yeah,
Okay,
so,
I'll read one. Well, if I read one, would that give you time to share another one, or are
oh
you
yeah,
done?
I can find another one. I'm
Okay,
looking at
well,
Russian poems right now, so
okay. Well, I'll read one, and that'll give you time to look for another one. Does that sound good?
okay.
Okay. Next poetry book that I have, No Matter the Wreckage. It's more modern than all my books. I think it's the newest poetry book that I have. All my books are like early 1900s. All right, so camera off. All right, let me find it. Here we go. This one I thought was really deep, just deep, and I think it would talk to a lot of people in life right now. So it's called Hand Me Downs, and it does not share with me who wrote it. So, all right, here we go. You have take you have taken to wearing around your father's hand-me-down anger. I wish that you wouldn't. It's a few sizes too big, and everyone can't see it doesn't fit you. Hangs loose in all the wrong places, even if it does match your skin color. You think you'll grow into it, that your arms will beef up after all the fighting, and it will sit on your shoulders if only you pin it in the right places with well placed conviction. The bathroom mirror tells you you look good. Your fists look a lot more justified. When you dig your hands deep into the pockets, you'll find stories he left there for you to hand out to the other boys like car bombs. On days when everything is slipping through your fingers, you can wrap yourself inside of this anger. This will keep you warm at night, help you drift off to sleep, with the certainty that no matter what happens, it will still be there when you wake up. The longer you wear it, the better it fits, until some of those stories are your own. The holes in your sleeves are the bullets that you dodged yourself. when it rips snags on a barbed wire fence or someone else's family, don't worry. Your mother and your sister will mend it. Patch the holes and sew with tears. Replace a button or two. They will help you back into it and tell you how proud they are of you, how good it looks on you, the same way it looked on your dad and your granddad too, and on his father before him and his father before him. But back then there was only sand until someone drew a line, someone built a wall, someone threw a stone. And the crack in the skull that it hit fractured perfectly, like twigs on the branches of a family tree. So someone threw a stone back, and each fracture, each tiny break, wound itself into thread. The thread pulled itself around him. Your great, 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 great somebody. And on the other side of the wall, they were knitting as fast as their fit them. Wait a minute. They were knitting just as fast, and theirs fit them just as well, only in slightly different shade. So I'm asking, when the time comes, who will it be? The first to put down the needle and thread? Who is going to be the first to remember that their grandfather suffered just as many broken windows, broken hearts, broken bones, and the first time you came to dinner and your son is sitting at the dining room table wearing your hatred on your shoulders? Who's going to be the first one to tell him it's finally time to take it off? The end. I told you that's a deep one, you know? It's about breaking a cycle that runs in the family, you know?
It's
And
a
what a way
very,
to.
it's a very deep one.
Yeah. I thought it might relate to some people.
I can relate to it.
Can ya?
Yeah.
It's just not good to hold on to hatred and carry it on. It doesn't go nowhere. It destroys so much.
It can.
Yeah, it really can. So
The
have you
next,
found
yes, I have. It's by Mikhail Lomanov. It's called The Cell. It's well, most students who read it like it for its romanticism.
Oh, okay.
Let me get down to it. Amid the blue haze of the ocean, a sail is passing, white and frail. What do you seek in a far country? What have you left at home, lone sail? The billows play, the breezes whistle, and rhythmically creaks the mast. Alas, you seek no happy future, nor do you flee a happy past. Below the mirrored azure brightness, above the golden rays increase. But you, wild rover, pray for tempest, as if in tempest there was peace.
Wow, that was a short one. It's good
Yeah,
though.
a short one, but if you think about it, quite deep.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'm taking a small break, so um yeah, if there's anybody in chat that would like to come up, if you can share this out. I know poetry's not everybody's cup of tea, but people who like literature can appreciate it, I think. That was like my favorite subject in school. It was pretty much the only one I was good at.
Really, when I was in school, would sleep through English. Actually, I'd be passed out through English. But I would wake up and be able to correct a teacher about what lines from Macbeth, Romeo and Juliet, The Death of a Salesman, Streetcar Named Desire, any play meant.
That's cool. Well, I mean, you talked about in my last live, you were so advanced that I'm sure you're pretty bored through a lot of grades.
Yeah, well, the reason I was passed out in English wasn't because I was bored. It was because before I got to school, I did a lot of drinking and a lot of drugs. Yeah. Or I was still pretty much drunk from the night before.
Oh, I gotcha. Well, I was trying to make you look good, Brad. But
I'd
that's okay.
rather I'd
It's the
rather
best.
people know the truth than look good.
Yeah, I understand. I'm the first to tell people, what I'm not good at, what is a flaw of mine. Why hide it?
Having
But
flaws, you can recognize them, learn from them, and work on them a little bit every day. So every day you get a little bit better.
that's all we can do. That's all I do is just try each day to be a little bit better than I was before. Like for an example, today I was being made fun of and lied about. And this is something, that happened months ago, and I could have reacted to the point where I told him how I felt. I chose not to. I chose not to.
Well, that's
Subhuman, Subhuman says, I think a big flaw I have is I'm a very boring person. I wish I was funny and had a great personality, like digging dolls. I've got a rhyme. There was an old lady from Aylin who had a particular feeling. She laid on her back, opened her crack, and pissed all over the ceiling. That's okay. I mean, I love to laugh, so don't be sorry, Batgirl. That was funny.
that was funny. I'm
Oh, my.
having to go to the Russia poetry because the ones I know, well, they're not exactly what I would
Appropriate.
call female or YouTube friendly.
Ah, I gotcha. But I mean, if you could, like, besides the Russian poetry, has there ever been like an American poet or someone that you liked?
Uh, I'm a big Poe fan.
Yeah, me too.
Always have been.
Right.
But certain other poems, like I do like a little Robert Frost,
Oh, I love Robert Frost.
but he gets a little long winded at times.
Yeah, he can be. Yeah. Do you like Emily Dickinson?
Emily Dickinson isn't bad.
Yeah, she's one of my favorite female poets. I don't know how many books on her. I think I own pretty much everything Edgar Allan Poe.
I used to have a very thick book of Edgar Allan Poe's complete works.
I have 2 of those.
I mean, it was like 1.5 feet thick. It was huge.
Right. It's really thick. Very thick. I mean, a lot of it was his like short stories and whatnot. But yeah, it's really thick, the whole complete series. Anybody in chat can you guys name me some of your favorite poets if you got one? I'm taking a little bit of a break here.
You know what? Let me see if I can find my favorite Russian poet. Technically, he's Lithuanian, but at the time, it was part of Russia.
Okay. Oh, my throat's a little dry today. Ugh. Whew, mercy, is it cold? Yeah, if anybody in here can share this out, please do. People that love poetry. Turn my camera on. I'm not reading. So did you guys get any snow?
We had snow, but the rain washed it away.
Oh, okay. We had rain snow mix yesterday. It's been snowing all day, but the wind's too strong to keep it on the ground.
Well, then that means about tomorrow or Monday, we'll get it.
Yeah, probably. I hope we don't get that whole bunch of snow.
Well, they're talking about a nor'easter hitting us soon.
I know. I know. Shh.
That's what I
As
say.
long as it don't hit us, it can hit everybody else. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, skip Ohio, skip New York, and hit everybody around us. That'd be okay.
Yeah. I'm kidding. I don't want anybody to get snow. All right. I guess I'll read one while you're looking.
Well, actually, I just found him, and I can't believe it's actually my favorite poem by him.
Awesome.
Alexander Block. The name of the poem is Night Street Lamp Drugstore.
Okay.
And it's a short one, a very short one.
Okay. Hello, Coochie. Good to see you, sweetheart.
Night Street Lamp Drugstore. A dull and meaningless light. Go on and live another quarter century. Nothing will change. There's no way out. You'll die, then start from the beginning. It will repeat just like before. Night, icy ripples on a canal. Drugstore street lamp.
Oh, that sounds daunting.
That's why I think that's why it's one of my favorite ones.
Really?
Yeah.
That has no hope in it. It's just, yeah.
Well, it was written at the very height of it was written in the 1800s at the very height when the czars and all that were around,
Uh-huh.
and it was written right before they became communism,
Oh, okay.
right before the whole bourgeoisie war and takeover and everything.
Wow. Yeah, so I can understand that. That would be probably an outlook a lot of people had.
Yeah,
Yep.
the czars were being viewed as extremely corrupt and not for the people, and they were going through famine and
Oh, yeah.
droughts, and so yeah, it was a hard time. So not a lot of people had a lot of hope.
Right. Well, now I can understand where it's coming from.
But it is a
All
good
right.
poem.
Yeah, it's good. It's just daunting. Best way I can describe it. All right, I'm going to turn my camera off. All right, this book, hold on, I'll show you the book. It is a collection of Emily Dickinson. So that's my complete series of her. I have other books, but this is like all her poems put together. All right. I have a few from this book too. Let's see. This one's called Enough. God gave me a loaf for every bird, but just a crumb to me. I dare not eat it, though I starve. My poignant luxury to own it, touch it, prove the feat that made the palate mine, too happy in my sparrow chance for ampler covening. It might be famine all around. I could not miss an ear, such plenteous smiles upon my board. My gardener shows so fair. I wonder how rich may feel an Indian man, an earl. I deem that I, with but a crumb, a sovereign of them all. It's short. That was enough. Um, and like I said, everybody that knows me knows that I'm not a great reader. So I have times where I don't pronounce things right. Be understanding and kind. This is very short, and then you could read one if you got one. This one's
Well,
called Love.
I'm
This
looking
is
one up right now.
okay, honey. This one's called Love, and it's super short. Love is internal, or no, interior. Love is interior to life, posterior to death, initial of creation, and the exponent of breath. The end. Can you hear my music, Brad?
A little bit, but not much.
Should I turn it down?
No, I like it.
Okay. Do you want me to read one more? Or do you have it?
I've got it, but I'm trying to get. There it goes. This one here is by Caroline Elizabeth Norton,
Okay.
and it's kind of a long one.
Okay.
A soldier of the Legion lay dying in Algiers. There was a lack of woman's nursing, there was dearth of woman's tears. But a comrade stood beside him while his life blood ebbed away, and bent with pitying glances to hear what he might say. The dying soldier faltered, and he took that comrade's hand, and he said, I never more shall see my own, my native land. take a message and a token to some distant friends of mine, for I was born in Bing- Bingen, at Bingen on the Rhine. Tell my brothers and companions when they meet and crowd around to hear my mournful story in the pleasant vineyard ground, that we fought the battle bravely, and when the day was done, full, full many a corpse lay ghastly pale beneath the setting sun, and midst the dead and dying was some grown old in wars, the death wound on their gallant breasts, the last of many scars. But some were young and suddenly beheld life's morn decline, and one had come from Bingen, fair Bingen on the Rhine. Tell my mother that her other son shall comfort her old age, and I a truant bird that thought his home a cage. For my father was a soldier, and even as a child, my heart leapt forth to hear him tell of struggles fierce and wild. And when he died and left us to divide his scanty hoard, I let them take whatever they would, but kept my father's sword. And with the boyish love I hung it where the bright light used to shine on the cottage wall at Bingen, calm Bingen on the Rhine. Tell my sister not to weep for me and sob with drooping head when the soldiers are marching home again with glad and gallant tread, but to look upon them proudly with calm and steadfast eye, for her brother was a soldier too, and not afraid to die. And if a comrade seek her love, ask her in my name to listen to him kindly, without regret or shame, and to hang the old sword in its place, my father's sword and mine, for the full honor of old Bingden, dear Bingen on the Rhine. There's another, not a sister, in the happy days gone by. You'd have known her by the merriment that sparkled in her eye. Too innocent for coquetry, too fond for idle scorning. O friend, I fear the lightest heart makes something heaviest mourning. Makes sometimes heaviest mourning. Tell her the last night of my life, for ere the moon be risen, my body will be out of pain, my soul be out of prison. I dreamt I stood with her and saw the yellow sunlight shine on the vine-clad hills of Bingen, fair Bingen on the Rhine. I saw the blue Rhine sweep along. I heard or seemed to hear the German songs we used to sing in chorus sweet and clear down the pleasant river. Someone keeps trying to interrupt me, and I don't want him to interrupt me. Up the slanting hill, the echoing chorus sounded through the evening calm and still, and her glad blue eyes were on mine as we passed with friendly talk. Down many a path beloved of yore and well remembered walk, and her little hand lay lightly, confidingly in mine. But we'll meet no more at Bingen, loved Bingen on the Rhine. Her voice grew faint and hoarser. Oh, his voice grew faint and hoarser. His grasp was childish weak. His eyes put on a dying look. He sighed and ceased to speak. His comrade bent to lift him, but the spark of life had fled. The soldier of the Legion in a foreign land was dead. And the soft moon rose up slowly and calmly. She looked she looked down on the red sand of the battlefield, with bloody corpses strewn. Yes, calmly on that dreadful scene her pale light seemed to shine, as it shone on distant Bingen, fair Bingen on the Rhine.
I love that one. That one's my favorite so far. That was really nice.
It's a little hard for me to read at times, but yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that. Mad Hatter, I've read Footprints in the Sand before, but I didn't read it during this live, no. If you want to read it, come up here, sweetheart. Yeah, that was my favorite poem so far. That was really touching. I like that one,
Yeah,
Brad.
it kind of shows what we go through overseas a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
it was written in the Christ, I think 16 or 1500s,
Oh, wow.
but it still very much shows what we
Prevalent,
go through.
definitely. I would say so. Okay, I got one more Emily Dickinson poem to read, and then I'll be done with this book. All right, this one's called Why. The murmur of a bee, a witchcraft yieldeth me. If any ask me why, 'twere easier to die than tell. The red upon the heel take away my will. If anybody sneer, take care, for God is here. That's all. The breaking of the day addeth my degree. If anyone asks me how, artists who drew me so must tell. That's that. All right. All right, let's see. I'll give you some time. If anybody would like to come up, please do.
I actually found my favorite Robert Frost poem.
Did you? Okay, well, go ahead.
It the title of it is "Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening."
Okay, awesome.
Whose woods are these? Or I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near. Between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year, he gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep. And miles to go before I sleep.
I remember that one now. That's a good one. I can see why that's your favorite. Yep, I remember that one now.
Yeah, I read it in school, and I'm the only one who actually got A plus on it for mentioning that he was actually talking about his own death.
Right. Yep. Yep. And I think of poetry this way too. Like music, poetry can be interpret all different types of ways. It's all how the person who's reading it reads it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
that's so
but
cool.
some of them are like Poe and this particular one by Frost. They're kind of out there and right in front of your face, like, we're talking about that there, right?
Yeah, I mean, you catch on, but you know what I mean.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a small break. Oh, no cushy tonight. That's okay. It's probably pretty cold outside.
Well,
I hope Cushy gets to go live soon. I would really like that. I miss you, Cushy. I
yeah,
hope you know that.
you won't see me live for a little bit.
Oh,
You,
why is that?
you YouTube gave me a couple of guideline strikes
Oh, okay.
because of my political videos. They decided to strike me, even though I was telling the truth.
Was it that last video you made?
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought so.
that
I
was
thought
the
that was
second one.
what YouTubers. Yeah, they only want a certain narrative, you know.
Yeah, and I'm not the kind of guy to just put out one narrative.
Right.
I can't just lie to people and blow smoke up the rear end and tell them, oh, it's going to be sunny and glorious and beautiful and life is great and grand. Bullshit.
Right. I don't, and I've never even when I did lie in my lifetime, it, if they didn't realize it that I was lying, because I'm not a good liar, you know what I mean. And even if I did lie, I felt like shit. Like I could never blow smoke up people's butts. You know.
Yeah, but why blow smoke when it's easier to just say, this is how it is, take it or leave it?
Right. I mean, either they're gonna agree with you or they're not. But there's no, you know,
Yeah, there's
but
no other way
our
around it. They're either going to accept it or not.
yeah, our freedom of speech is slowly being taken away from us. You know. But I
Unfortunately,
don't want
not
to
slowly.
but I don't want to make it political, Brad. I'm just
Neither do
talking
I.
like
I do my videos by myself to get political.
yeah, I know,
I
but sometimes
go I
we
go
get in
live to have fun.
right. Yeah, I'm just saying. Ooh. Yeah, it's cold here too, Cushy. Like the winds are like so strong. A lot of people's losing their power. It's very, very cold.
Oh, don't tell me that. That means I'm looking at another power outage.
It's possible. That's why they really took Parlor down in 2021.
Oh yeah, that's part of the reason why they got rid of Parlor. That's part of the reason why they have been pushing to get rid of Truth Social, and why they're up in arms that Twitter is now called X.
Yeah, it's X now.
It's
I,
pretty
I
crazy,
think
but
that's
I want to have
wrong.
fun.
Yeah. Whew. I don't get into the political stuff. I just really hope that Trump comes on up on top of this whole court shit mess thing.
Oh, he's
You
going
know.
to. He's already got 4 different cases pending before the Supreme Court,
Oh yeah.
and they've already ruled on another one where the judge tried to place a gag order on him.
Right.
And the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that the judge had way overstepped their bounds and couldn't do that legally, so it was unconstitutional, so there was no gag order.
Yeah. Well, the Democrats have become like, if it's our way or no way, you know what I mean? They're not giving anybody else a chance,
Well, if you look into the history of the Democrats, they originally started in France, and they actually helped to overthrow King Louis XIV and behead him.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
But later, they were shown to be the most evil, corrupt people of their time.
Mm.
So they had to leave France or die, so they came to the US, where after a few years of brainstorming and everything, they decided to call themselves Democrats.
Okay. See, I
They,
learned something new every time I talk to you.
they rebranded, it was the same ideas and everything, but they rebranded it.
Ah, okay.
Slapped a fresh coat of white paint on it and said, yeah, that'll do.
Oh, okay. I took my break. Hot, cold all day long.
Well, in the winter, I smoke inside because I don't like being cold, and I have a metal plate in my chest.
Right. Well, I mean, it's your place. I have respect for the kids and for the I rent, so I respect the owner.
Well,
Believe me,
I rent too, and my new landlord knows me. I went to school with him for a little bit,
okay.
so he knows that I respect him and all that. But he also knows, wait a minute, this man's been to hell and back again with his body. So if he smokes during the winter inside, I don't care.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, I got 2 books left. And let me see. I got one. Oh, I only have 2 poems left. So I guess we'll do that. And I know I would probably like to end this at least by 7 o'clock. My friend Days is going live and doing karaoke tonight, and I told her I would be there. So I'm pretty sure she hasn't gone live yet. No, she has not. Okay, good. All right, so I got one from this book. Ugh. Love isn't easy, always easy. And it's, to me, it's more of like somebody writing letters to someone. So, all right, come on. Let's see here. And they don't have titles, so. All right. Was it this one or that one? I can't remember now. Crap. I'll just go with this one. I can't remember which one. I bookmarked it. Now I can't remember which one it was. All right. Learning isn't easy. Frustration tends to set in quickly. You hurt, you feel defeated. You want to give up, to quit. You want to walk away and pretend it doesn't matter, but you won't. Because you're not a loser, you're a fighter. We all have to lose sometimes before we can win. We have to cry sometimes before we can smile. But if you keep on working and believing, you'll have victory in the end. The end. All right.
That's a poem that I would say a lot of kids nowadays need to hear and know about.
I agree. I agree. Once there
Okay.
was gold pickle named Fred. Then someone ate him. There's my palm. I love pickles, Cushy. Emotional skating chicken Cushy. Oh, is that what that was, Mad Hatter? Oh, Lord. Okay, let's see. This one is from this book called Treasures of Life.
Oh, Kim, before you read it,
Yeah.
I had something pretty cool happen.
Oh, what's that?
Someone I went to school with and his girlfriend have been needing a place to stay
Okay.
for quite a while now. And I've been telling him, well, get off your butt and come to my house. You can chill with me.
Uh huh.
Well, they finally took me up on it.
Really? So
Yep.
you have more roommates?
No, I have two.
Oh, I thought somebody else lived with you.
No, he's gone. He had
Oh.
my new landlord was his ex landlord who had to evict him.
Oh, I see.
So now I've got two roommates and they're an item, they're together. And it's pretty cool though. I'm able to help out someone I've been friends with. I used to watch out for him when we went to school.
Well, that's awfully nice of you. That's nice. I think only the cat and dog like the snow. Is your hoodie warm? Yes, it's so comfortable. This is the hoodie sorry, Mad Hatter gave me. I don't know if I could show you. Ah,
It says Shrek.
uh, it says, what does it say? That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Donkey, get over here. She's got you on her shirt.
Oh Lord.
That's funny that you wore that hoodie because my buddy was over earlier, Scott, and we were actually talking about Donkey and
Oh
doing our best
really?
track impressions.
Mad Hatter says, "Cause we all have layers." That's right.
That's right.
Cause she says she has 69 layers.
I don't know how many layers I have, and I don't want to know.
I think I'm just an ever-ending layer. You just peel off, and it just keeps going. All right, what's the poem I wanted to read? Oh, here it is. Okay, camera off. This is called "As It Is," and it is by Edgar Guest. Okay, here we go. I might wish the world were better. I might sit around and sigh for a water that is wetter and a bluer sort of sky. There are times I think the weather could be much improved upon, but when taken all together, it's a good old world we're on. I might tell you how I would make it, but when I have had my say, it is still my job to take it, as it is from day to day. I might wish that men were kinder and less eager after gold. I might wish they were blinder to the faults they now behold. I'll try to make them gentle and more tolerant in strife, and a bit more sentimental over the finer things of life. But I am not here to make them or to work in human clay. It is just my work to take them as they are from day to day. Here's a world that suffers sorrow. Here are bitterness and pain, and joy we plan tomorrow may be ruined by the rain. Here are hate and greed and badness. Here are love and friendship too. But the most of it is gladness when at last we run it through. Could we only understand it as we shall some distant day, we should see that he who planned it knew our needs along the way. The end.
That's a good one.
I think so.
I'm actually looking up. Oh, they do have it. They do have it, laddies.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I was looking up an old Scottish poem.
Oh, okay. Well, if you
And
go ahead.
it's called We Oars
Be oars. Okay.
by Humberto, aka that old funny symbol ABAL. In the hike oars of the night of the NICHT, stars stripe off and dunk in the rivers, hullets grain for them, the wee feathers on their heads rise up. That's it.
Okay. Wow. They're
It's
being
a
so sweet.
it's a Scottish poem for weddings.
Oh, okay.
Basically, what it's saying is that you're not children anymore, but the author's wanting the couple to get together, have a long life together, and raise up many kids.
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, I at least picked enough poetry for an hour, a little over an hour now. So I think I did pretty well. I was afraid that I picked out too many, but I was hoping more would come up. That's okay. It's my first poetry live. Maybe if I do this, here and there, it'll get better.
And next
I
time
should.
I'll find some Irish poetry.
Okay, that'd be awesome. Moonrain says I could never pick too many.
That's
And
true.
could she,
Poetry is good.
yeah, because she says growing the poem tree. Love it. That's a good one. Let
Yep.
me see. I want to show you my coolest. Oh crap! I just dropped something. That's gonna be fun trying to get that. Okay, but I want to show you my coolest Edgar Allan Poe book. Okay, hold on. Ugh. Okay. All right.
Oh, I used to own that book.
Really?
Yep. And unfortunately, I sold it for $22.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've had this one for a while now.
I used to have a book that was a third edition signed by Edgar Allan Poe
Oh yeah. Did you sell it?
for $420.
I would have loved to had it.
I was in desperate need of money and it didn't go to something useful, I'll put it that way.
Yes, Mad Hatter. That is like one of my favorite smells in the whole wide world. I love the smell of old books.
Oh yeah, that there's nothing better than old books or fresh coffee.
Coffee's a good smell, yeah, for sure. Oh, and I have this really cool picture on my wall. Let me see if I could turn my camera around. Um, Camera facing back. Is that what it is? Okay. All right. So then I go back here. All right.
Oh, that is a cool picture.
Yeah. I seen that at a yard sale. I forget how many years ago it was, but I seen that and I was like, mine. Okay, let me
I've
see if
done
I
that.
turn my camera around here. Let's see, camera. Front. There we go. There we go. Yes, I think we are Mad Hatter. Cause she needs a crow picture that shows it can't rain all the time. I have a really cool crow picture of, well, it's a Brandon Lee picture that was hand drawn. I can't speak. It was hand drawn. Um, and I got it at a Walker Stalker convention. Kind of pricey too, but I love Brandon Lee. Do they sell any posters anymore? I think they do. I think you can find them like at conventions. You can find it at like if you have any stores, like we have what's called the Exchange, and the Exchange sells like all types of music from records, 8 tracks, tapes, CDs. They sell movies, like movies you can't find anywhere else, and all kinds of gaming equipment, and it goes all the way back to Ataris. And then you can get like all kinds of action figures, uh, posters, uh, things that were autographed. It's a really neat store. Yeah, maybe at Spencer's you might be able to.
Maybe. There was a store that I went to when me and the ex were together. Where was it? It was in Oneonta. I forget the name of it. But they had like two walls that were nothing but posters.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
And some of them, I mean, they looked like they were reprints, but some of them was like throwbacks to the 60s type psychedelic posters. And
Oh yeah, that's cool.
yeah, it was
Amazon.
pretty cool.
Yeah, you might be able to find it on Amazon. There's a white crow or raven in Alaska. I might find a good one and make a meme like that. Okay. Jinx. I was about to say that. Oh, okay. You guys are just doing your thing. I think I missed something along the way. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end my live. Like I said, I want to be able to go over to my friend's channel. I told her I'd be there, you know. So I'm a friend like that as long as I get the notifications. But yeah, thank you for coming up so much and sharing some poems.
No, thank
I
you. I
really
enjoy it.
I really do. And we'll do this again soon sometime.
Definitely.
All right, Brad, you have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Bye bye.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for being here. And thank you for those who stopped by. I appreciate it. You have a good night, Cushy, and I hope you get better. I hope you get better soon. We'll be praying for you. And, but yes, thank you all for being here. I love you guys. I always enjoy our time together. Um, and thank you for making it a great poetry night. I hope you enjoyed it. All right, you guys try to go out there, stay warm, be kind, and I'll see you in the next one. And what am I going to send you guys out with? Let's see here. I'll send you out with this. I love you guys.